witches, what's up? It's Luna. On a snowy February day, it's a day for staying in my comfy starry robe and having some coffee while I do an unboxing for you. Cheers! We are in a break right now in our snowstorm. I can't remember what the Weather Channel has named it. I am so not down with naming every snowflake. Come on, you guys. It's just a snowstorm. Name a blizzard. If you got blizzards, name the blizzards. But, you know. Anyway, cheers. I hope you have something warm. Oh my God, is there anything better than coffee? Yeah, chocolate, but is there anything better than chocolate? Okay. So here we go. Today I have a deck called the Japanese Myth Tarot. And as you can see, I have not even taken the plastic off. So this is a true reaction unboxing. You don't get many of those. I got this off of eBay, and there's a little note attached here that says, "Thanks so much for your order. If you like the item, please consider checking out our Etsy store, Vieux Monde Express." That's VIEUX Express. For even better deals by visiting, okay, and then it gives the longer URL, or by scanning the code below with your camera. So we'll take we don't really have to take the note off. It's pretty glued on. But I do like to put notes like this in with the deck. And I did look at their Etsy shop, and it's pretty good. They've got some decent deals on some tarot decks and jewelry and stuff like that. So, Vieux Monde Express, perhaps I will put the link below. So we have Japanese Myth Tarot. I don't know anything about this deck. And of course, as soon as I start going here, I start getting warm. So I may be shedding the robe. But we've got... hey, let's do this thing. That's better. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. Boy, does this make life easier for everybody. So it says Japanese Myth Tarot. We have a couple card images on the side. That's probably the card backs. A couple more images. I can't even see what that says. I don't know if it says anything in English. And then we have a barcode at the bottom. Come out. Come out. Come out. All right, that's interesting. We've got several cards that stayed stuck. Okay, we've got the Queen and the King of Pentacles. Okay, that must have been on that side, and these are on this side. It's a long, lean deck, you guys. And no book? I'm kind of gobsmacked here. There is no book with this deck. All right, off comes the robe. See, you guys warm me up. All right. These are indeed the card backs, but now I'm stunned. I am truly, truly stunned. All right, let's look at the artwork, because that's all we have to look at. Hold on a second. There we go. Starting with the Fool. So you don't see him on the edge of a cliff. You see him on a bridge. You see the doggy barking at his heels, and he's got the bag. Beautiful sunrise. Looks like he's heading towards a temple or the Emperor's palace or something like that. The Magician is clearly female. We've got the infinity sign above her head. And these paper things that you see at temples, at Shinto shrines, I believe they're part of the Shinto. And you see them folded and hanging, and I'm not sure what they mean. And then Torii Gates behind her. We've got some bells on the feet. Don't really see all the tools. And we have kanji characters. So clearly there are things in the corners here which mean something, if only I knew what they were. The High Priestess, definitely manga style. And they're beautiful. I love the length of them. We've got the black and the white pillars and the full moon and the crescent moon under her feet. And then we have the Empress looking very empressy indeed with a mirror and this big staff. That looks like the thing from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And here's the Emperor. So just looking at the images here, oh, Examiner number 4. Thank you, Examiner number 4. Pardon me. Here's the Hierophant. Again, very female looking and with these folded things and banners coming, people coming to see. So, you know, imagery, the images are pleasing aesthetically, but we don't have a lot of clues. I mean, there's certainly enough allusions to standard tarot that if you have meanings internalized from that, you'll just have to apply them to this. The Lovers. So we see up in spirit looking down on them. Chariot. Well, that's interesting. So we've got birds. It's like she's being carried through the air. I love the images. They're different and they're beautiful. Thank God we have at least an English title. Here's the Strength card. So this one's male. And I'm looking at what's in his lap. It looks like a fish, like a catfish. And we've got yin-yang symbols around the wheel. It almost, you know, you would be forgiven for mistaking this as Wheel of Fortune rather than strength. But look at where he's balancing on this sword point on the tip of his toe. He's got this big staff. So, okay. Okay, hold the fucking bus. We have 2 strength cards. What the actual hell? And this one, they have the same kanji up here, but down here we have, I think that's chingata for power. And this says something else. So this is like brute strength. And he's got, you know, prayer beads here, and that's really, really interesting. I'm going to kind of put those sideways. Then we have the Hermit. And he's got his lamp. All right, I like his mask. Wheel of Fortune, so very similar looking to the first strength card. With the up and the down. And another Wheel of Fortune. What is going on here, you guys? So the characters on the downside are the same. But on the upside, we have clearly a male and clearly a female. Or presumably a male and presumably a female, I should say. So we've got 2 of those. Then we have Justice. All right, only 1 Justice card. With the scales, the Hanged Man. Rather than hanging, he seems to be floating under a torii gate. Then we have Death. Ooh, I like that image. Very beautiful. Temperance. That's beautiful as well. I love the style. I really do. The Devil. I like the way the people are turned away from each other. Trapped by their own ideas, huh? The Tower. Certainly an image that shows the chaos. The Star. The images are very peaceful. Even the, you know, really chaotic ones, there's just a, again, I love this long format. The Moon. Rising over the torii gate. And another moon. Wow. I'm fascinated. So we have the same, okay, we've got the same kanji on both of these. The sun. Only one of those. Judgment. So she's playing flute, and then there are these dogs, or foxes. They look like foxes. Sitting and listening. Judgment, and another judgment card. Wow. That's something else. Look at the crow on this one. And then we have the Woodurld. The Woodurld. WDRLD. I am loving the bizarreness of this deck. Truly I am. All right, hold on, let me neaten these. You know, my Virgo brain says, oh, and looky what I did. I started flipping them one way and then I turned the other way. I'm just going to pull these out so that we can decide what we're using. Okay, Ace of Wands. Veil over the face. The 2. So he's got a scroll in his hands looking at like planning. The idea of planning and looking ahead is strong there. 3 of Wands. Now she's waiting. He's looking out to sea. She's looking out to him. It's kind of, I wonder what these are. Kind of like, yeah, looking forward and waiting for something to arrive. 4 of Wands. I wish I knew the symbology. The 5. We've got all these snakes. Look at the snakes. So this is a wedding, clearly Japanese wedding garb. And 2 old people, but then we've got all these snakes. I don't understand. I mean, the 4 of Wands usually talks about kind of wedding-y stuff. All right. And then the 6, the victory card. The 7. So we've got the person up here holding things off. Look at the snake diving into this vessel that was in the one before. So there, I mean, there seems to be a story following through. This is this dude because he's got the same staff. But now we've got snakes getting into the things that he has. And you know what? Now I'm going to turn these over again because I do like seeing them side by side because there's a continuity here. Is that the same dude? I don't know. 8 of Wands, things flying through the air. Well, we do have that. The 9, there's an idea of fortress. And the 10. Ooh. So is this that same dude and he's offering up his sword to her? Do you get the idea of oppression there? Maybe, maybe. Page of Wands. The Knight, certainly in motion. Same dude. The Queen. Look at the sunflower. And the wheat. And then the King. Which is that dude. All right. Ace of Swords. The 2. We don't have a blindfold, but we have closed eyes. The 3. Ouch. 4. Look at the kimono. And the swords behind. I mean, I adore the traditional Japanese imagery. Manga style, but traditional Japanese settings. And then we have the 5 of Swords. Ooh. So, yikes. Treachery. And defeat. What's this going on here? I don't know. The 6. That certainly vibes with the traditional imagery. 7, Thief card. The 8. So no blind, well, we do kind of have a blindfold here. Look how fiery that is. Kind of like trapped in your own hell. We've got the kimono again, the 9. That certainly looks like the traditional, and the 10. Ouch. The page. The knight. The queen. I like that she's turning to the side, and the king. Wow. All right, Ace of Cups. Look at the dove coming down with the host. That is so Western. That is the Westernest thing I've seen in this deck. It's beautiful, just beautiful. 2 of Cups. So we see the relationship and an allusion to, you know, the spirit looking down over them, like in the Lover's card. 3 of Cups. I guess kind of a celebration. There's a gathering anyway, whether they're celebrating or not. The 4 of Cups. Hanami. Cherry blossoms. The 5 of Cups. Oh, look at I mean, gorgeous images. The 6, past. 7, confusion or imaginings. The 8, turning your back. The 9, wish card. I wish for a fish. And the 10, ooh. The page, there's the fish. The knight in motion. The queen with all her babies. Oh. And the king. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. The 2. There's the juggling. 3. Mastery. 4 is like the pentacles are like these pear-shaped things, very much like the standard 4 of Pentacles. The 5. I wonder if this is like shells or some old type of money. 5 of Pentacles. All right, we see someone. Is she dead? Is she sick? The 6, charity. Look at the butterfly. Oh, 7. 8. And again, the snakes. There's so many snakes. 9. Okay, she's got her garden all together. The 10. Look at this. Talk about abundance, and he's even got a person as part of his abundance, and a rabbit. There's the rabbit. Page of Pentacles is a rabbit. The knight is a butterfly. The queen is a queen. And the king with the rabbit. Absolutely fascinating. And now we've got to decide which one of these we would like to have in there. I like that one. I like that one. That one. I like the more traditional clothing styles. And I like that strength. It's more an indicator of my understanding of the strength card. That it's self-mastery rather than brute force and mastery over other material things. Wow. All right. Let's light the charcoal, which I did not yet do. My charcoal that is in bunches of pieces. I got to make sure I light each one, which you can't see, I realize. All right, we're going. Let's zoom out a little bit. Correct. Now let's see how these shuffle. They're going to shuffle all right. And you know what I don't have either? I don't have any inkling who the publisher is. And wow, are these hard to hold. I mean, they don't shuffle too badly, but the length of them, you know, getting your hand around that is a challenge. I'm going to take a moment here and see if I can find the publisher of this. What is it called again? The Japanese Myth Tarot. And it says full deck on here. Let's see what else we can find about it. Mega Wheels Tarot card. Oh. Okay, so Walmart has this deck, and it's called Mega Wheels Tarot Cards, Japanese Style Tarot Deck for Fun Cards. Oh, dang, someone is selling this on Etsy for $122. Not at all what I paid for it. There's one on eBay for $58. Etsy, is that... okay, no. Sorry, I'm just going to keep looking. Japanese Mythology Tarot Ultra Large Arcana. So this is the same thing on... Oh! What the... Oh, 3,132 yen. I saw that number and flipped shit. Let me share this screen with you so you can look at what I'm looking at. All right, so here we go on Amazon. Japanese Amazon. Set with a velvet bag, can hold your tarot cards, includes simple Japanese instruction manual. And as you can see, it is the same deck. And there it shows the 4 extra cards. 22 cards plus 4 replacement cards for a total of 26 cards. So this is only the major arcana. And let's go back and see if we can find it anyplace else. Pinterest full deck, AliExpress, $10. Full deck, but again, no book. So you can get this deck anywhere from $10 to $122. Yow. All right, so let's do our thing. I'm going to bless with sage first. Let's just do a full blessing here, since this is the first time I've opened this deck. Come on. I know there's a flame down there. Thank you. Let's put that there. And cleanse the deck and inside the box. And the extra cards with sage. So this is the cleansing. And then doing it one-handed here. Earth and water. And then let's invite allies and ancestors, guides and guardians to come be with me in this very interesting unboxing. Help me to get some good messages for my viewers. I offer you fresh water, and I offer you the fire of Azrael. All right. Let's go back in again to shuffle. I mean, this is going to be a difficult... It's like I can get my fingers around it, but then to tuck another finger in is something else. And still. And yet she persisted and she succeeded. Interesting that on the sides you can see, because the printing goes right to the edge on the backs, so there's a little bit of a bleed over the edge there. Here, I'm going to try this one more time this way, and then I'll go to something different. I mean, even cut shuffling would be hard. Oof. Yeah. Cut shuffling is going to be hard too because how do you get your fingers all the way around this deck? You don't. So you got to do it this way. Long ways for this long, long, long ass deck. Oof. All right, the moon comes popping out for us. So that tells me my deck likes me. It says, hey, Luna, here you go. I like you. All right, so we're going to go for 3 cards here. The situation, action, and outcome. All right, what message do my viewers need in order to move through this day empowered, hopeful, optimistic? Going to do 3 off the top. We've got Justice, the Lovers, and the Hermit. Okay, how did these... I mean, they obviously got shuffled because they're not right next to each other. But let's see here. We've got 3 majors. Let me get the cat hair out of the way. And more coffee. And sorry for all the throat clearing. Okay. So, what we're being called to look at is keeping things in balance, bringing something into balance. Look at how we've got one on this side, one on this side, and then the 2 come together in the middle. So, this is talking about getting needs met in a relationship. This is talking about having time alone in a relationship. And we've got the relationship in the middle. All right. So I'm looking at, balance in a relationship has to do with each having their alone time as well. Let's take a couple more in between here. The Magician and the Fool. How did all the majors end up together here? Yow. All right. Interesting that they're selling, decks of only majors, and I'm getting only majors coming out of it. So, Justice and the Magician and the Lovers together says that your relationships are what you make of them. Sometimes we get into a relationship and we just rely on our personalities. We just kind of settle into, I'm going to be who I am, and the other person has the same attitude, and then the places where those 2 things conflict just kind of keep smacking into each other. But this is saying that if you want a truly balanced relationship, that you need to make it, you need to build it into what it can be, into its potential. So that has to do with making sure things are fair for both people. It has to do with bringing all of your skills to bear, your skills of communication, of intention, of empathy, of practicality, all of those elemental skills, the tools that the magician usually has on their table. All of those skills need to be brought to bear in order to bring things into balance in a relationship and make sure that it's just for both. Make sure that it's fair for both, that each have equal input, or at least the input that they desire. And then on this side, let's see, Hermit and Fool. That occasionally we need to hit the reset. We need to take some time alone and back off a little bit, particularly if we're getting very aggravated with each other. It's time to look at how we can refresh and start again, how we can bring innocence and newness, how we can see the partner with fresh eyes. And sometimes when we're away from each other, that's what it can do, is bring a freshness when we come back together again. Let's see if we have another major here for like a final. No, 4 of Wands. We finally get a minor. And then what's that? The marriage card. 4 of Wands, to build something together. This is beautiful. This is okay. Deck, I am impressed with you. You clearly have the juju. So when we work together on these things, and we decide to sort of see things with fresh eyes and make a new start and bring all our skills to bear, then we really do have union with each other. I love the symmetry of this reading, where we had, two on each side coming together. We have the two coming together, and then we have the two together. Now, the clothing and the symbology, I don't completely get, because it's very Japanese, and I don't see, I can't read kanji, and there's no book. But, my traditional understanding of the tarot, my personal understanding, certainly allows me to read these cards. And so this too, I'm really seeing an offering to the other person. What can you offer to your partner on a daily basis? And, take the focus from what they can do for me to what can I bring to them? And more importantly, what can I bring to the relationship? Because the relationship is a third entity. We have one person, and when they come together, a third thing is created. It's not just a battleground where people are trying to get their needs met. We create a third thing that where our skills mesh, where our communication skills and everything meshes, and we start creating a future together. So that's part of the third thing too, is what do we bring to the world together. So even if both people have their own careers, their own specialties, their own gifts that they're giving to the world, together, like when you go out as a couple, when you meet with your friends, they see you together, and that togetherness, that example of relationship, is something else that you bring to the world. So dang, this is a slightly shorter video because I have no book for this. One more thing I'm going to look at is Japanese Myth Tarot instruction booklet, and see what comes up here. Oh, I saw a flash of PDF. Hold on. Instruction. Book. Instruction PDF, Japanese tarot cards. Oh, let's see. Japanese tarot cards. Spiritual. Love tarot. Okay, certainly doesn't show the deck that I have. Sad. But PDF Japanese tarot cards, I'm kind of... Oh, I think that's just a PDF of different decks. The full deck. Ukiyo-e, that's a different deck. I wish I even knew... Okay, Naoki. I wish I even knew the publisher. Naoki Yamamoto is the artist. Okay, I'm very glad to know that. Naoki Yamamoto. All right, well, I'm off on a search here, obviously. Off on a search. If I find something, if I find a link to a book or to the full set, with a book, I will certainly put it down below. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe, share, hit the notification if you can't remember that I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And also hit the donate button if you would care to donate to this little begging priestess with her begging bowl. No donation is too small. Send me $1 if you think I'm worth it. And also think about joining my Patreon, where I give deep dive astrological instructional videos every month, and that is at the priestess level. If you're at the initiate level, you give me $3 a month just to support my work, and I really appreciate it. But you also get full and new moon chart readings a week before everybody else, and you get invited in on Zoom calls where you can have an hour to bring whatever questions you want to bring to me. All right. Sometimes I have Zoom calls and there's only one person. Imagine what you can do with that time. Yeah. All right. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you on Wednesday for a live stream. Oh, no, I will not see you Wednesday this week because Wednesday is my son's birthday and we will be having a celebratory dinner and I won't be here on a live stream. So, I'm sorry for that. I'll miss you. And perhaps I'll do it, Tuesday or Thursday instead. I'll schedule that today, one way or the other. Thanks so much for being there. Thanks for giving me something to do with all of my free time. I'll see you next time. Until then, this is Luna. Blessed be.